Good morning. We are early, 3:15. We get to it. We got to get down there now. Well, really up there. We're going northbound this time. Let's roll. Oh, good morning, people. Hello. What's up, B? Hello, Jinsky. Hello, hello. Good morning. Or good afternoon for you two. Well, really, Jinsky, I guess it's about lunchtime for you, man. And what's up, B? What's up, B? Wasabi. What's up, B? Wasabi. Edmonds, what's cracking? Merry Christmas to you, too. Merry Christmas to you, too. We about to be rolling. We got like 3 hours of driving ahead of us. And like 45 minutes worth of work. It is so backwards. 3 hours driving to do 45 minutes worth of work. Hell yeah. That'll be about how it goes, right? Be about how it goes. That's what B does. That's what B does. She gets on a train. She drives all over town. And then I seen her at work. She just making jokes on the microphone and laughing and giggling. Laughing and giggling. But B is not having it. She's like, don't be trying to talk about my work. Don't be trying to talk about my work. Jinsky. We gotta talk, Jinsky. Alright, we gotta talk. No. Yeah, I seen you at work, bro. It is all good times. It is all good times. When you have B on the Zoom meeting with you, nobody is like really serious. They all just being funny. Jinsky, I can't do that. I cannot be around a hot Filipino without having some sort of affection towards her. I can't do it. I mean, like, if you're all right with that, yes. But if that's hard to, like, tolerate and cope with, that's why I can never have, like, another woman in my home. I can't have no babysitter showing up. No chick that's like super fly trying to cook dinner for me and stuff. Yeah, I was thinking about some of y'all go kind of abroad to work, and I was just thinking I'm just not manly enough for that shit. I could not have like a wife and then some crazy hot Filipina in the other room doing my laundry, because I would totally try to mess up my entire marriage. I would fuck the whole thing up, dude. I know my limits, bro. I know my limits. I stay disciplined by being disciplined. We're going to Decatur. I have 40 minutes on the road ahead of me, starting now. We are headed to Decatur, where they tore a damn monitor off the wall. They tore it off the wall. Then they said it was the wall's fault. And I said, so how long has it been sitting there? She said, like 12 years. And I said, then it's not the wall's fault. But that's where I'm headed. That's exactly where I'm headed, to solve problems. We're down a patient room. They were our monitor jumped off the wall. I was like, it jumped off the wall. Yes, we didn't do anything. Who did? B, I don't have a wife. I don't have a girlfriend. It's just me out here, bro. It's just me out here doing karate. There's no wife. There's no girlfriend. The last chick I was trying to talk to told me I needed to find a chick that was closer. I just said, okay, I gotta go. What am I do? Argue with the girl? So I was just like, fuck it, dude. Like, I can't deal with this. So yeah, I was like, alright, fair enough. I'll go do that instead. But I will say this. She was not willing to get on a plane. And so if you're not willing to get on a plane, like, don't bother trying to be serious with me, because next thing you're going to be like, so are you getting on a plane to come see me? And I'm going to be like, what? So a couple things happened there, needless to say, you know, the trials of the life of Bruce Wayne. Hold on, what's that say? Oh, single, yes. The story of my life, single, still. You don't want a headache, Bruce? I do, actually. I do. I want a wife, kids, family, and all that, but not with none of these like crazy Western women, that's for sure. The Western women are all getting rid of their dudes. They might keep them for like 15 years or something, then they throw them out. I ain't trying to be all used up like that. These Western girls. Hello, Hannah. Hello, Tintin. That's what I'm saying, B. If she's like serious, why would she like be like, nah, bro, I ain't getting on the plane. Hey, I don't do that. I don't do that. It's funny because I asked some of these girls, I'm you know, so realistically, what do you think? You think, you know, like some dude from America is just going to be able to get a good job in the Philippines and work and support, and, you know, all that? Nah, no, probably not. So sometimes I have realistic conversations with these people, and as when everything gets all like exposed, that they're kind of living in la la land, that they are completely unrealistic about anything. Which is okay. Why should you be the one who needs to get in the plane? That's a fantastic question. I'm not saying I should or shouldn't be. I'm just saying if I'm paying, you might as well get on the plane, bro. So I'm paying either way. You might as well get the vacation out of it, you know? Yeah. You see how that sounds? I'm such a horrible person. I really am. I told one girl, look, if you're not on my team, then what are you doing here? B, I find myself single by my own willpower. My own willpower and inability to cope with humans creates singleness in my life. I'll give you an example. My ex, she's a wonderful example. She's fantastic. She really likes social media. And we were together about 15 months. And about 8 months in, I kind of got tired of hearing the notification sounds and this chick on the phone all the time. Shit pissed me off. And so I was like, all right, I ain't gonna say shit. I didn't say nothing. But I tell you what I did. I went and I made my own social media account. And then, lo and behold, I started getting notifications all the time. And then, she was like, what's going on your phone? And I was like, nothing. Those are my friends. And she was not fucking laughing about that shit. I thought it was fucking great. Because like she gonna tell me everybody on the planet is her friend, right? Like the 3,000 people leaving her messages, they all friends, right? So I was like, that's cool, that's cool. I went out, I made my own social media, and then I found out that it's not cool for a dude to have social media, but it's cool for a chick too. And so I was like, you're fucking fired, slut. And I got rid of her too. So that's pretty much the way that went. Dumbass. What's up, Mitchley? She really wanted to be like social media queen, and did have a dude too. She was like trying to hit on all fronts, and I was like, look, one doesn't work with the other, bro. And like I gave her like kind of like 8 months to kind of work through that, because I just figured, a girl with 2 master's degrees isn't fucking stupid, right? Oh no, that's not the case. Still wanted to pull stupid with Bruce Wayne, and I was like, you understand I'm Bruce Wayne, right? And she was like, what? What's that mean? And I was like, that means I will cancel your bitch ass. Like, what's your problem, slut? So, yeah, she got fired. Acting dumb, bro. Acting dumb. She a nice girl and all that, but we got along great. She's a smart girl too, no kids. She was 33. So she's a bit younger than me. I was 44 at the time. Well, 43. And so, little age gap there, kind of nice, but I figure if you're in your 30s, bro, and you having serious stuff, you're done. You probably ain't trying to do it. There's a little bit of a ticking time clock against some of us too, and I don't mean to be mean or rude or anything, but why do you both break up? What you talking about? Crazy girl. She thought it was cool to treat me like I was dishonest because I had social media. I was like, what the fuck? Downtown is out there somewhere, you can't see it. Another jet ski. I just didn't think that was very cool, because like at first it was like, well, it's cool if I have social media, but it wasn't cool at all that I did. Me having social media was completely out of the question, bro. I got in trouble for that shit, bro. Now, in all fairness, when I met her, she had social media. But I just kind of assumed that was like something to get by on, Like that's kind of how I treat it. As soon as I have a girlfriend. Will not see me anywhere. Maybe I'll post a few videos or something, but for the most part, relationship, I shouldn't be making myself available to a bunch of females, Like that's like my own, like I should be insulating myself from making myself available. Oh God, I got stories for days. Did I tell you once upon a time, right here in my neck, right here, the size of a Filipina girl's hand, there was a piece of metal in my neck for 36 motherfucking hours. The size of your hand, like that, bro. Blah. 36 hours, that's enough to kill somebody, bro. I promise, that's enough to end your day. That's plenty for that. It's 3:30. We're still 30 minutes from Decatur. Sweet deal. Also, I could hang a TV that jumped off the wall. We're going to look into this jumped off the wall shit too. Ladies, y'all be telling me some stories that are just downright unbelievable, like the TV jumped off the wall. That's one of them. That's my story today. I'm sticking to it. Y'all have unbelievable ass stories. All right? Unbelievable. Completely. I'm 44, Hannah. I am 44 years old. I am over all of the adolescence immaturity stuff with the exception of my conduct. And speeding. I still speed. Like, I have passed every car that was around me today, and that's okay. When the cops pull me over, I'll say, this is the first ticket I had in years, bro. Yep. 44. That's exactly correct. 44. Beautiful story. You have no girlfriend now? No, I don't. No, I don't. There is a saying, Bruce, try and try until you succeed. Oh my God. I'm going to Decatur. Try and try again. You know I'm 44. I done put in some trying. You know, a dude doesn't quit until he's done something 1,000 times, all right? It says that we're back. Yeah, try again. Oh, God. That shit gets old after a while, bro. I will tell you that. I feel like, if I'm being honest, I feel like you girls are like super abusive, and then you blame the dudes for being abusive when y'all are really the abusive people. Mitch Lee, you're leaving. Yeah, I'll be honest. I don't know how y'all feel about me saying this, but I think you girls are really the drive behind abuse. I think y'all are the abusers. Yeah. Hello, good morning, Mary Vick. Mary Vick, I think Jinsky is here, but she might have left me again. She usually is fast. Hello, Mary Vick. I'm just in here explaining to a group of girls that y'all are really the abusive one. It's an entire group of guapa Filipinas right here. And I believe thoroughly that y'all are scary. Like y'all are kind of scary. Like, I've never seen one of y'all upset or mad. But I don't think I want to. I don't want any part of that. I would get my Nikes and run. I'll get my Nikes and run. 10-10, what's cracking? Yeah, somewhere inside me, I believe the Filipina girls is scary. With mad. Oh, no. Run. Hello, Mary Vick. Kumusta. Yeah, I could tell B when she gets angry. Hell no, bro. I ain't dealing with none of that shit. Look at this train next to us. It just keeps going and going. You got the grain silo out here. This is where we keep all the rice. You see all them lights out there? That's one building, B. That's one building. B, if you tried to go from one end of that building to the other on foot, that's like 30 minutes in the rice jungle. I'll probably end up pulling over and having to eat rice or something. Look how long this building is still going. It's still going. That's how much we got. Hey, guess what? There's another one of them too. There's another one of them right up here. There's another one of them right there. All those lights right there in the sky. Well, you can't see it because that silly ass street light right there. They probably pissed at me right now. But look, there's another one. Look how big that thing is. Like I gotta tell y'all, the camera does it no justice. This is Addie Berry Grains. Addie, Attebury. Atterbury. Yeah, it's still going. It's so big. I'm driving 50 miles per hour and I'm still going past this thing. Isn't that amazing? I talked to Jinsky last night. Oh, that's really cool. I'm glad you two linked up. That's cool. That's very cool. I would like to think like if I came out to the Philippines, right, and then a white dude was like on the next block, I'd be like, "What's up, bro? I'm white too." That's exactly how that would go. Like, I'm white too. Let's go get a beer. Where are you going here in the Philippines, Brucey? Somewhere. Originally, I was going to return to Cebu. So I went to Cebu 2 years back with work with my main big boss, the big doctor of all the doctors, and then 2 other doctors. So all 4 of us went out there. We were 4 nights on site. That's literally how long we were there. And we stayed at Cebu International. We probably had 50 meetings while we were there. We were hoping to find some people that we considered reasonable investors so we could build a hospital in Manila. That's what we ultimately wanted to do. And it didn't work out. We had another visit scheduled, and then we had to stop because our build plan last year ran over, and it ran into the final quarter. We can't leave between like August and December. There's no fucking taking off or anything. That's our busiest time of the year. And so I wanted to go back to Cebu because I really didn't have any time to appreciate it or do anything. But I'm open. I would really like to get down into like the fishing provinces, ocean province fishing and stuff, you know, sit on a beach, escape white people. I don't like leaving my country to go hang out with a bunch of fucking white people at a tourist destination. I could just sit my ass at home. I could just sit my ass right here at home. I live in Cebu City. I know. Mitchley, why do you think I was planning on going to Cebu? Joke, nah. Visit Philippines, that's exactly right. So I didn't really have a chance to do anything. And no, we didn't find any worthy investors. 50 meetings. I never had so much damn food in my life. I left there like 17 pounds overweight because it's not appropriate not to eat, you know, like when you sit down with a group of people, you're trying to figure out if y'all are getting along. You're trying to measure if they feel like they're dishonest people and shit. You gotta eat next to them, you know? Jesus, I was so fat. That was the first time I ever had rice with breakfast food. That shit was so good. Oh my gosh. I can't even make rice though, so I hadn't had it since then. So I can't make rice to save my life. Not everyone is doing well. So now, what's up, bro? Glad you made it. Don't forget to link up with these ladies here. Mitchley is in Cebu, and I don't quite know the Philippines map very well. So like I don't know where Tiki Tiki is compared to Cebu. And I think that's what it's called. Is that what it's called? B? Tiki Tiki? You're in Tiki Tiki? Tiki Tiki? I don't know how to say that either. Ah, there you go, Mary Vic. There you go. She won the pinned message. Tiki Tiki. escape white people. Have small property. I don't even care if it's the mountain, the jungle, fishing province, whatever, just as long as no white people want to be there. That's probably my favorite place. Some sort of weird problem with having to vacation with more white people. They make everything so expensive too. Anywhere that white people are is expensive. We're masters at marketing degrees. I am going a little too fast back here. Still watching. What's up, Danny boy? In my province, no white people there. All brown. Ah, that's perfect. That's perfect. That's what I'm talking about right there. I also am not really searching for, somebody that wants to hire a babysitter. I don't think that's appropriate with the kids. Ugh, that's a big one, huh? Yeah, that's a big one for Bruce. I mean, I don't care if you go to work, but that just means that I got to stay home. So maybe I should go to work and you can stay home. Like, I can't have no random strangers raising my kids. I just can't really see how that works. Oh yeah, I like it out there? I bet I will. I don't need no air conditioner. I don't need no internet. None of that stuff. I don't need any of that shit. I use it, but I don't need it. I don't really want it either. That I will tell you has been a huge hindrance in finding a relationship. It's like finding chicks that don't necessarily have 9 social media accounts. That is such a challenge. Very, very challenging to locate. And hard to deal with in the interim as well. So if they do have 9 social media accounts, that is so challenging to back away from. You gotta consider the dynamics of it all. The dynamics of social media, all that attention all day. It drives us crazy when we don't have it then, 1010's listening. Cooking dinner? What are you cooking? She is already 11 years old. You have 1 kid. That's okay. At 44, I assume everybody has children. We're back. It came back. The signal is like in and out on my end. Still there. I hope you are. But the signal keeps giving me breaks. Mitchley, I do not have any children, but I need some boys. I want some boys. I want like some twin boys. Clark Kent and Bruce Wayne. Yep. The twins, the next rulers of mankind. The next leaders of the world, my boys. Yep, that's right. Yes, I would like to have children, but no, I do not have any children. Yep, no children. Yes, some boys. Boy, 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 boy. 5 boys would be preferred. That's fine. I don't know anything about girls, as you can tell from my inability to have a girlfriend or a wife. So I really don't know if I'd be a good father for daughters. I will tell you this also. I do not believe in little boys knocking on my windows and stuff. And so I also assume that if I have a daughter, maybe I go to prison early for bouncing some little dude off the concrete. Yeah. I'm very protective over my family members, especially the women. My sisters, I got 2 sisters. I'm extremely protective over. And then there's my aunt, extremely protective, But more like kind of like in one of those good ways. Like if your boyfriend acts up, I'll beat his ass. My sisters had to deal with enough, so I already know that maybe I'm not the best dude on the planet, but I'm a pretty good guy. I think, anyway. I think. I don't really know how to measure all that. There are times that I'm not a good guy. That is very, very, very abundantly true. So I can't just say like, oh yeah, I'm a great guy. There are times that I'm not so great. To say the least. To say the least. But I think that's within all of us. I do. But yes, I'm very protective over my sisters. I can only assume that if I had daughters, that would be worse. Look at Old Glory right there. Old Glory is flapping in the wind. Old Glory. What about you, Mitch Lee? What about you? You got some little ones? You got a baby? Husband? Boyfriend? One of those 3? And don't worry, I ask everybody the same questions. Everybody else got asked how many kids they got, their boyfriend status. I like to know stuff. I'm one of those weird friends that actually likes to know about you. Oh, we got a newcomer. What's up, man? What it do? Let me get you fixed up here. There you go. Just logged on, huh? That's good for you. That's good for you. I am nearing the end of a 45-minute drive. I think I got about 10 minutes to location. Maybe 12. Then we're going to hang a TV real quick that jumped off the wall. We're going to see how that works. And I got a lot of driving to do today. A lot of driving. That's why I got started at 3. Mitchley is not going to tell me, huh? What about you, B? You got kids, a husband, a boyfriend? Nah, no breakfast, B. And I didn't really eat dinner. I just had a few tortillas with some cheese dip, with some queso. I had that at like 4 o'clock yesterday. It's been 12 hours. Mitchley's got the cool sunglasses, but she ain't telling me if she got a husband or a boyfriend or children. I think B does not. B has a live-in boyfriend. His name is Burn. Yeah, I can tell B. I think you kind of have a crush on Burn. Yep, yep. Lily Beth, hello. ¿Cómo está acá? Yeah, B, I said it. I think you got a little crush on Burn. Wow. Mitchley, how old are you? Mitchley, how old? I'm driving out here to Decatur, way out in the middle of nowhere. There's actually a city out there. If you drive through the darkness, you can get there. 20 years old. Oh, wow. Your ultimate plan. Tell me the ultimate plan. What's the ultimate dream plan? Everybody's got to have a dream plan, right? Somewhere they see themselves 20 years from now. December 21, your Christmas baby? Oh gosh. Do people be trying to rip you off on that? They give you one gift for 2 holidays. They say, oh, well, this is your Christmas and birthday. So what's that? You're a spring baby. A spring baby, huh? I cannot afford to be careful anymore, Lily Beth. I can only afford to keep on trucking. Keep on trucking. Yeah, they skip your birthday and they just give you Christmas gifts, dude. I'm sorry, bro. Spring chicken. Yes, Christmas -9. That's March. That's spring here. Me, I'm a New Year's baby. That's what I am. On New Year's, my parents couldn't leave each other alone. Boom, 9 months later, here's Bruce. Yeah, that's how that went. Probably New Year's Day, to be honest. I'm September 1, so probably New Year's Day. That's 9 months on the marker. My parents probably drinking too much or something. You say careful, she is 20 years old. That's a smart college girl right there. And Mitchley pretty much avoids me. Mary Vic, did you get a chance to look into the IKEA stuff? I know we were chatting about some possibilities within your company. It's got to be worth looking into. It's got to be worth looking into. Hold on here. Prepare my birthday gift. Your Christmas gift, Bruce. You know what? I wasn't actually going to give you a gift for either of those. I was going to give you a gift for doing good in school. I didn't know the 21st was your birthday. I seen on your thing it said your birthday month. But I didn't know it was like so close to Christmas. Mary Vick said, I will exit now. Where you going? 9 hours. So what's that like? It's like lunchtime. You going to lunch? What is for lunch in Kuwait? You girls, we should talk about this rice thing. I went on a reading mission yesterday about rice. I don't really know if people should eat it every day. I'm just saying, I don't really know. It kind of gathers in a couple spots. Starch gathers in a couple spots. Starch be gathering, gathering starch. I don't really know if rice is the answer. I don't really know if I'm ever going to get to this damn place either. Jesus. And I do keep swerving all over. Swerve. Oh, look. We are 1 mile out. Ah, yes. No, we're not. Just joking. So what is everybody's future plan? That's a fantastic question. A lot of people can't really handle this question. So what is your future plan? Let's talk about like 5 years from now. 5 years, which isn't very long. What do you think? What is your plan? Where do you see yourself 5 years from now? Whoop. Oh, they got a star up there now. They usually have a cross hanging up there, but now they got a star right there. That's a star, and a big crane holding it. There's a big crane holding a star in the air. Yes, 5 years from now. Ooh, that's a fantastic question. Gone in 30 minutes. Okay. Hoping I get work. Finish my studies. Is this your first year of college? Why did I thought you were like 2 years in or something. And so do you have 5 years of school left? And if so, that's not a regular nurse, that's a higher end nurse. What is that, like a nurse practitioner or something? An RN, registered nurse, that long in school? Sorry, I happen to know a thing or two about nursing. My sister is a nurse. She is the administrator for a mature baby unit. She's extremely smart. She got all the brains in the family. You're going to go back to the Philippines. I want to move to the Philippines when I got $500,000 USD in my pocket. What is this dude doing? You know, there's always somebody that is literally going 40 miles an hour on the highway. Then when you try to go around them, they speed up to 80. Look. Just stay going 40, dude. Just stay going 40, dude. All right, we are in Decatur. We made it. It's 4 a.m. flat. Jeez. Mary Vick, you gonna leave my heart? Gonna leave my heart, huh? inappropriate. Dang, and guess what else? I forgot to do this over the weekend. When we were here, I had time and everything, and I just forgot. Completely forgot about it. Let's do this. Let's do this. Let's find out what's what in here and what we're going to need to remedy it. We're going to need something to remedy this situation as well. Let's go, people. Let's go. 10-10. You made it for this whole ride. I can't believe y'all made it, but I think that's fantastic. Let's go find out what's what here. Oh, my legs. See what happens when you get old. How y'all doing, man? I hope y'all are doing good. Got some light now. Jinsky still here. I don't know about this signal. It seems like it's not going to be working out for us. Let's go find out what happened. I painted that line, did all these logos on this wall here too. Last week, this plug right here burned down, caught on fire. That was cool, right in the middle of the clinic. Oh, now I see why it fell off the wall. Now I see. Oh, yes, there's nothing back there, is there? They had these shit ass. Look, the toggles didn't even work. So the toggle, this silver spot is supposed to spin. Oh, God. Son of a biscuit eater. It's okay. It's okay. Let's go see what I have. Let's go see what I have. I have stuff. Ah, Jinsky and Mary Vick. So what's the plan there? You two girls gonna go catch a movie or something? Are y'all close to one another? Did you find out if you're close to one another yet? Oh, I gotta turn off that flash. Well, maybe I need it for a minute. Let's see here. Let's see. Nope, won't be this one. So if I'm going to have it right in here, and large enough. Maybe not large enough. Nothing large enough for this project. Okay, I got another answer. Let's go. That's right. That's exactly what I said. Yeah, I was kind of worried about you girls being out there and not having any like other Filipinos around. I don't know if that's inappropriate of me, but I was like, shit. Who doesn't want friends around, you know? So let's see if these toggles work. 137 pounds. Let's see here. Okay, this is what I have to do with y'all. Okay. I know how to get that out. That's cool. I know how to get that out. See if I can't get y'all a more interesting view here. How about that? How about that? Get this drill out. We're gonna get these vice grips. So here's what we're gonna do, guys. We're gonna grab this right here. Oh yeah. There's one down. There's one down. I can't believe they used those to mount this. And then I can't believe it lasted so long. Head it out of there to boys. I've got you. A couple things before we get all willy-nilly. Ah, look, that bolt works. Look at that. Amaze balls. Okay, so toggle use 101. We're going to show you how to use a toggle today. Toggle. All right, so toggle, we are going to turn it like this and insert it into the hole. And then we're going to zip that toggle down in there. And then snap it off. Now, one more time for y'all. All right, you see the toggle? You push this down and it flips open behind the wall. You can pull it forward. And there's no way for me to show you this. Yep. All the places are out of the question. That's all right. I feel like you can see right there. So again, we're going to push this down, insert it in the hole. Hear the flip on the back side. Snap it off. We're going to change out our drill bit. It's too short. We need a super long one. All yours. Okay. Okay. I'm gonna run that bottom screw. Oh shit. Oh shit. That bottom one's no good. Look at the top of it is. Still no good. Still no good. Ta-da! Ta-da! All done. All done. An hour for 8 minutes worth of work. If I had anything to curse about, it would be something just like this. Drive 1 hour, do 6 minutes worth of work. Blah, blah. Blah, bitty, blah, blah, blah. Let's go. We got to keep moving. We still got a lot to get done. We still got a lot to get done. We better keep this truck moving. All right, ladies. Let's roll. Discount restaurants. It's not my fault $90 doesn't get you anywhere in Kuwait, dude. It's going to be a Jollibee's experience. 99-cent store. Yes, Mary Vic, we're all done here. 5 minutes worth of work. Oh, shit. Hang tight. Wrong side. Scheiße. Lock this door up before I leave and forget. My key for this door sucks. All right. Now, I don't know why they'd be handling that TV so much, but they don't tear it off the wall again. I hope they don't tear it off the wall again. Sweet Evil, hello. Sweet. I just finished my first run. Now we're going to my second one. Let's go. Let's go. Next drive, 40 minutes. And I am driving to Weatherford. Weatherford. Yes, the key man. Pocket full of keys. Pocket full of keys. That's not it either. That's not it. I literally have 500 keys I don't walk around with. Oh, come on. This red light is going to push me back behind this 18-wheeler right here. So I'm going to be behind this dude. At least he's roaring. He's hauling ass, bro. I like it. I like it. Driving again, Bruce? Yes, Jensky. Girls, I was kind of just joking about the expensive restaurant. I mean, you don't have to take advantage of me, but I also am not talking about fast food. Go to one of them trendy restaurants that they got more than one of. Like here in the States, Chili's is a restaurant, but they're a chain restaurant, right? So there's like, 7,000 of them. And typically they're moderate in cost. They're not cheap as the fast food, but they're not expensive like an elegant restaurant would be. Yes, hello everyone. All right, and we are 70 miles an hour into the darkness here. Ah, yes, you see the darkness ahead, huh? Ah, yeah. Hey, I'm driving into the darkness. Let's go. This is the fastest way for me to get to Weatherford. It also happens to be through the country. The rest of the drive will be like this all the way until Springtown. We'll have like a few red lights that we got to go through, and then to Weatherford. But the rest of it is just like this the whole time. The whole time. Into the darkness. 1010 still here. yeah, there's that 18-wheeler. I'm sucking that 18-wheeler up, bro. There's Old Glory flapping in the wind again. What's up, Old Glory? I want you guys to know I wake up like this every day with this much energy, this much juice. I don't drink no coffee. I don't really have any energy drinks. I don't know anything about that. If they smell bad to me, I won't drink them. And every day I wake up just roaring with energy. Roaring. Ah, Jinsky, don't worry. I'm super safe, Jinsky. You know, I used to drive for a lieutenant colonel. Yes, ma'am. Well, when I come home with that piece of metal in my neck, I didn't have anything to do. And I called my unit commander, asked him what I could do. He told me, go talk to this dude. And this dude gave me a slot driving for this lieutenant colonel here in the JASB Air Force Base, which was super cool. Super cool. Get some good clout working with good people like that. High-ranked individuals. They'll always put in a good word for you if you do good by them. I didn't stay in the military, so. Mary Vic. I'm heading to Weatherford. Hello, Leah P. Auntie Leah. Hello. Oh, yeah. Oh, yeah, that 18-wheeler, he's turning. He's turning. Oh, it's just me out here now. Oh, Leah P. ¿Cómo está acá? Oh, yeah. 75 miles an hour in the full darkness here. Let's roll. I'm headed to Weatherford now, our west location. And I am guessing that it's every bit of 30 minutes away, every bit of it. Well, hopefully we're there by 5. It's 45. We'll see if I make it. I am cruising. I'm going 80 back here, so hopefully I make it. Leah P., have you met Mitch Lee? She is also in Cebu. Leah P. is Cebu area. Yeah, if it comes me, he is definitely going to pull me over. Well, it looks like one car. Now it's 2 cars. Mr. Bright Lights. Yeah, here we go. See how much light the bright lights give you? Look, look, here it goes. 1, 2, 3. It doesn't give you very much. Leah, I don't know. Mitch Lee will have to tell you better. I just know she's at school. That's all I know, is she's at school. Vegas was cracking. Vegas, watch this speed bump right here, bro. I'm about to. Here we go. Oh, I'm going 80 through this neighborhood. The cops are coming. I don't know how I'm gonna feel when I finally get pulled over on the live stream. I'll be like, cop, you know you're on a live stream, right? I just thought I better tell you. You are part of my stream now, officer. I ain't paying you for this. Oh, yes. Oh, yes. Let's roll. This is where he dumps the bodies. Mitch Lee, I think what Ati Leah is asking is, where in Cebu are you? Y'all should be pretty close to one another somewhere. Cebu ain't that big. I done looked at it on the map. It ain't that big yet. I think it just takes a while to get through Cebu. Roads and motorbikes and stuff. Today a.m. So you went already today, or you start tomorrow today? Cool, going around the bend, going 75. Truck is getting the ultimate test today. After Weatherford, I got to go to Fort Worth. After Fort Worth, I got to go to Mansfield. After Mansfield, I got to come back to Fort Worth and wait till like 1 o'clock. And then maybe I have some things I can do. Vegas, what's up, man? I told you about that job. I told you about that job, Vegas. $45 an hour to go hang some TVs. They'll write checks to whatever name you tell them. They do not care about none of that shit, bro. Sell your house, pick up the wife, bring your ass to Texas, get you a $45 an hour job, have the checks written to Manny Pacquiao, and then go down and cash your checks. All right. Keep your retirement fund and all that shit, bro. You ain't got to mess with nothing. All right, sweet. Have a good day. Bye-bye. Let's go. This is the Decatur Tower. It's 115 foot. I've been up to the top of that before. 115 foot. Leah P, have a safe travel. I will. Of course. Cebu City Park, Visayas, Philippines. That's what Mitch Lee said, by the way. Cebu City Park, Visayas, Philippines. So that means y'all speak Visayas. I have no idea what that says. Oh, Cebu, Jadi, Yep, Inyo, they. Oh, the worst. Alright. Get back to focusing on this driving here. Yeah. Blazing through town at 80 miles an hour. Yeah, I don't know what that says. JD, Inco, Day, Da. Is that Day or Da? To me, that's Day, not Da. Luzon, Visayas, Mindanao, Philippines, 3 parts. I didn't think Mindanao and Cebu were next to one another. Thought that was like an 8-hour gap. They're like pretty much the other side of the Philippines. Well, Mindanao is like really, really far south. I have to look at the map and re-educate myself. You read the words J correctly. Yeah, is that the only one? See this sign right here? 70. Oh, no, looks like we couldn't see it. 4:33. What am I getting a notification on? Oh, a damn email. Ugh. Why do I get emails at 4:30? Day. Oh God, I'm catching this car right here. Oh God, we got one of those taking it easy people. Cebu City under Versailles area. Oh God. Here goes this one. Basically it was going 77, now I'm going 64. Sweet deal. I guess it's supposed to be 45 through town anyway here. Mitchley, Leah is like my little sister. That's like my little old sister. She old though. An entire 30 years old, Leah. How's that feeling, by the way? How's that feeling, Leah? 30 years old. Oh, man. Must be tough. Must be tough. 30? I got to be honest with you, when I was 30, I was more awesome than I am now. My level of awesome has gone down a little bit. Oh, you're going to 31. You're going to 31. Ugh. What a tough scenario. Mucho años. Mucho años. Many years. That means that I've known you for 2 birthdays. Mitchley's birthday's coming up. She's going to be 51 years old. 51. I'm joking. That's a youngin' right there. She's going to be 21. Back to speeding. And it looks like I am 18 miles from Weatherford, and I got another 7 from there, so 25 miles still. Oh yeah, that's every bit of 5 a.m. Drive safely, Bruce. I am working on it. I'm improving my safety skills every day. Every day. And I Mitch. 51. So Mitch is going to be 21. You're going to be 31. Oh, how nice it must be to be young. I don't know if I'm going to beat this car before the lane ends. The lanes out here, you get 2 of them right now, but it always goes back to 1. I'm not going to beat them. Impossible. But on the next one, maybe I can get around. It's called Farmer's Courtesy out here. What's up, Hannah? Farmer's Courtesy. Oh, I got this next opportunity here. But now this dipshit's going 75 instead. God. It's always the same thing with these humans, bro. Just some cantankerous ass shit. Cantankerous. Now it's going to go slower. Oh my God. Oh God, I can't be around humans like this. Like just, it's like the Jackless stuff. Goes fast at the places that I can go around. Goes slow when we're back down to a single lane. So you can do that 2 times and I won't call it necessarily intentional. But at 3 times, that's like completely intentional. The intentions of this human are questionable. Now we're down to 60 miles an hour. one is filled with intentions on making us go slow. Totally intentional. The intentions of this human. Speeding back up again. Here we go. Leah, how's the family doing? Things working out all right? Did y'all make any decisions on that land over there? That dude wasn't dealing with it. He ain't doing that shit. Oh God. Horrible life. Horrible life. We can't continue. Well, you know, that's okay. That's okay. Sometimes that happens for the best. And then you get an opportunity to, you know, make changes, adjustments, do it differently, that sort of thing. That's okay. That's okay. Ooh, whole lines. Maybe we will have this house repaired, or we'll build a small house on their land. I don't know how to pronounce that. Dambugada? That can't possibly be right. That guy's having a long morning. Such a tough day, bro. We are basically in Weatherford, but we're in the far north side of Weatherford. We're barely entering Weatherford. And I don't always give every driver a hard time, just the ones that give me a hard time. What's up, Desert Living? 1010. Just those that give me a hard time, I am sure to repay the favor. That's one thing that has never been actually a blessing for me, by the way. So don't do what Bruce does. I always treat humans how they treat me. So there are no circumstances that, you know, if you're polite to me, that I would just be rude to you, you know. So I am never impolite to somebody that is polite to me. But at the same time, if somebody is impolite to me, I am sure to help them out with that. When somebody is impolite to me, I am always sure to respond in kind, as they call it. Respond in kind. It doesn't pay off very well either, by the way. 225 there, yeah. It can't be 225 in Cali. I think that might say 255, but it can't be 225 in Cali. But it can be 255. What's up, Dave? Big Dave, 245. No, dude, it's 255. Oh, God. Nobody knows what this Kia in front of me is doing. It's going to slow down for little bumps. All right, come on, bro. I own like 3 of y'all, so I know it does better than what you're doing here. God. I think I'm becoming impatient this morning. I don't have to go that way. Thank you, Lord, for not making me go that way. This is Weatherford Bridge. They got a bridge in Weatherford. Really, they got 3 of them, but this is one of them. This is the nice one with the lights on it and stuff. They didn't do any decorations. In Mansfield, they got a bridge just like this. They put garland and wreaths on every light pole. It looks really nice. But here, Weatherford, they bullshitting. They ain't spending that money. That's the Weatherford Police Department right here. Hello. Yep, the old little town of Weatherford. Anytime somebody gets to a red light, it changes. That dude like literally just pulled up right there. Boom, my light changed instantly. What's up, Hannah? There goes Old Glory again. Old Glory flying in the sky right there. Look at that wind. That flag is nothing less than 20 by like 12 or something, 20 foot by 12 foot. Bigger than a parachute. Yeah, Mr. Dave is here. Fort Worth, my next destination besides this stop I have here in Weatherford, is 28 miles from here. Yeah, and it looks like we'll be in traffic by then. 5 a.m. traffic. Yeah, you sure did. $2.35 a gallon. Ask me again what Trump has done for you. Gas prices down $1.30 a gallon everywhere. But yes, $2.35 a gallon. What a fantastic rate. It hadn't been that low for a long time. I'm really hoping it'll get down to $2. That's what I'm really hoping for. I'd like to see it down to $2. It has steady been dropping. The highest I paid was $3.87, and we are down to $2.35, $1.50 down. Oh, stanky ass Joe Biden got us dropped down 30 fucking cents. Trump came in. How is it that we had $1.50 worth of room, huh? Yeah, wow is right. Wow is right. I don't think people like measure Trump for what he does for us so much as they just hate and hate and hate. And as soon as they get away from that shit, their vision would not be so damn clouded. They'd be able to see some things. It bothers me people act like that. It's funny too, because they'll play it to the grave. They don't care if they're wrong or not. They'll just play that shit to the grave. They'll be wrong until we're getting our asses bombed by a bunch of fucking Muslims. They'll be cool with that too. I didn't know letting all the terrorists in the country were gonna get a building bombed. I didn't know that. Oh my God. That doesn't make any sense. Why would they bomb us? I'm such a nice person. Fuck up. Stupid ass. We got too many stupid asses with the privilege of voting, is what we do have. We got that for sure. Too many dumb fucks with no ability to think forward of themselves. Pretty sure that that's what we're stuck with, yo. The entire problem with that is that the United States president, he doesn't really lead the United States. He leads the world. You know, like we can't be over here worried about which bathroom we're gonna use. What the fuck? And I don't appreciate that bathroom confusion being tossed in my face anyway. You know, like basically everywhere you go, like Walmart or anything like that, is optional to use the restroom or not. You know, like nobody needed to put a restroom there. It was a courtesy, all right? And then not only is that a courtesy, but they also provide a family restroom. So if you're confused, you could go in there. Or if you're confused, you could just go home and take a shit at the house. But that ain't really how it goes, is it? Ain't really how it goes, is it? No. We've made our destination. We have made our destination. And this is the other reason I come here at this time, is because if you look right now, everybody's here. You got half the parking lot full already because of this little workout place. So while I run up in here, I'm gonna let y'all. You said I did love Trump, but you don't now? Too ridiculous to talk about. It's literally too ridiculous to discuss. I think we have the best president we've had in my entire life. He's doing the most for us. We are grateful. Yes, sir. No, I had to pick up a check. Tenant gave me November and December's rent checks, and then called me yesterday and told me that the account that she wrote that check out of is no good and to come get a different check. $3,000 to rent that spot right there. $3,000 a month for the first 28 months, and then as a matter of business, your percentages that you pay out start going up. So your rent goes from $3,000, I think it goes up 10% after the first 2 years. And so it'd be $3,300 after 28 months. And then another 24 from there, it moves up 5%. These are 10-year leases that we write. Now that entire building, which is 3 different tenant spaces, the other spaces are much larger. They're not quite double the size, but they're like 1.75 times. And so those lease for a bit more, closer to 5. And so the whole building nets right about 14 per month. And so if you run the numbers against that, that's going to turn into what, 28, 140, 168,000 annually before bills and things like that. And we do have bills and upkeep and things like that. And so you can pretty much account for 50% gone. That's paying back the bank, that's paying me, that's paying for the electric, for the light poles. And you got to keep in mind those businesses pay for all that stuff. So it's not like we're in it 100% for the light poles or something like that. But, you know, we are out quite a bit. And so the lease, of course, builds. And, you know, furthermore, we lease and pay off all of our stuff as quickly as possible. I've never seen us still paying for a building 10 years later. So we always pay the buildings off as fast as possible, because that's when you get into the money. That's where the money's at. I'll give you a few more numbers. The 5668 building, which we're heading to right now. Each space over there, and there's 6 of them. Well, there's really 7. We split one, but it's 6, right? Each one over there leases for $15,000 a month. 15,000, 6 of them total. So $90K a month is what we lease that out at. And this just keeps going. There's a dozen properties. So if you want to know about property, I can write books, bro. Books. How to buy it, where to buy it, what to do with it once you own the land. The works. See, I'm not the fastest on the highway. There's this guy. Hello, Mitch Lee. Yes, property is the way to go. It does not matter what you're good in, what you have a degree in. None of those things matter. Remember, want is one thing, and reality is always a different thing. You know, we want the nice pepper shaker, but we might just get a regular ass one. So in life, there are very few things that will pay you dividends, such as 40% back on your investment. Well, land is definitely one of those. Land. Doesn't matter if you build it. They'll come and fill it up. I swear to God, they will. Say, yeah, I own property. What kind of property do you own? Commercial, residential, what? Industrial, what do you got? This one likes to ride everybody's ass. Oh God, that's the dump truck company. Dump truck's picking up dump right now. That'll be like one of the first things I gotta go check. What's today? Tuesday? Yep. That's what that phone call was. Apartment building. Ooh, that's a tough one. Residential and apartments are very, very challenging. Very challenging. What kind of apartment complex do you have? Tell me about it. Is it a fourplex? Is that like 60? What? 60 units? What? Tell me about it. Studios start at $4,000 a month in Cali. Is that like 500 square feet for $4,000? $350 square feet for $4,000. What is that? Like $80 a square foot or something? Oh my gosh. Well, that's cheap. So what is the square footage cost on that? Downtown LA, downtown San Diego, downtown San Francisco, downtown Big Bear, what? Downtown where? And yes, I've been to Big Bear. Downtown San Diego, okay. One of my buddies has a channel out there. It's called San Diego Shit. Shit has an exclamation point for the I. The name of the channel is San Diego Shit. $150 a square foot. Oh my God. All right, I tell you what, do me a calculation real quick. What is 4,000 square feet divided by, well, what is 15,000 divided by 4,000 square feet? That's what we charge here in a commercial area. Medical, commercial, Clear Fork, high-end shopping and high-end medical surgery, things like that. And we charge 15,000 for 4,000 square feet. It's roughly a 3820 usable square feet after you put walls and doors and shit like that in. 3820, but you know, it's 4,000. I've been driving since 3 o'clock. Well, since 3:30, 3:15. 2 hours on the road. And I've only been to Decatur and Weatherford. It's $375 a square foot. So that's what we're at for commercial. And by the way, desert living, I mean, I love Cali and I love beaches and all that shit. Whatever, bro. Whatever. All right. I don't give a shit about family. I don't give a shit about none of that stuff over my future, right? And so the future, I would almost tell you that it's time to sell out of Cali and move to Texas. All the major corporations from New York and California are currently moving to Texas, which also means they're bringing the big giant jobs with them also. So all the good jobs will move with those corporations, right? And then of course, you know, that puts Texas in a 25-year boom, which we're about 3 or 4 years into. This indicates that if you bought residential property now, in 10 years, it'll be up 50%. So then, in my mind, you sell out of Cali, take the money, buy you a few properties here and get yourself a place, and then start leasing out again. It's the same thing, just in a more fruitful area. When I say fruitful, I mean you guys can't exactly increase the square footage price much more because everybody will just leave California. You know, so you guys are probably nearing your cap, so to speak, nearing your wall. Whereas I think Texas has a lot of space, which means capitalization, which means reasoning that you might consider leaving your hometown and going somewhere else on a different business adventure. Just depends what, you know, value money has to you, you know? Just depends how hungry you are. But land and property, that's the best way to go. I don't always know that residential stuff is the best. Commercial strip centers, things like that, I think that's usually the best. So in all of our commercial facilities, and medical for that matter, we do what is called a shell facility. So we build the parking lot, the light poles, the building is sitting there. We build the subdividing walls, so what is called the demising walls. That's like the wall between two apartments. So we build all those things, but we don't build the inside of the business. So it's just concrete in there. You got to do all that for your business. And so we don't have any cost there, with the exception of TI, tenant improvement. And so let's argue you lease a space from me and then you drop $275,000 building out your business. You might get X amount of dollars back from us per square foot. So it might be $25 or $50 per square foot. We give you that because you built your shit in our place, and we know you can't take that sheetrock with you. We know you can't take the tile with you. You're probably not going to take the doors and doorknobs with you, especially if your business fails. You ain't taking shit with you, you know? And so there is a tenant improvement allowance that everybody has. It's dependent on the space and the value of the property and all those things, but we do give a little bit back. But keep in mind that also buys us out of responsibility. So if something breaks inside the apartment, I call the apartment complex, they come over, they got to fix it. As something breaks at your commercial business, you call me and I tell you to call somebody who can repair it. And the cost is not mine. So you cannot use a door every day and then when it breaks, tell me I got to pay for it. So that's inappropriate, not acceptable. And so that is the one saving grace about commercial versus residential, is that you're not in it for the repairs. You know, unless that business went belly up and shit, and then, you know, you might have some challenges. But typically, the next business that comes in will have that all done. Look at this car right here. It's all lit up, Christmas lights. You see it? That's cool. I'd like my truck to look like that. I don't know how they did that, but that's cool. Now, apartment complexes, you know, if you get good tenants in there, those are typically super sweet deals. if you get good tenants. But if you open up to Section 8, shit like that, you're going to be paying for some shit, dude. What I typically find in residential is that the repair cost involved match what my income is. So if I clear, say, $300 a month on a unit, and that's free and clear, right? So $3,600 a year, but I got to go back in and repaint the place and do all the sheetrock patchwork where they've been destroying my place. You know, good riddance. I might exceed that $3,500 in repairs. Now, the other thing to consider there is that all this is for money. Sure. Somewhere in your heart, you're like wanting to help people and give people a good price. Sure. But it's for money at the end of the day. So let's argue that same $3,600 that we're using as an example, the $300 a month for 12 months. So let's argue that the repairs aren't that bad, but the repairs are $1,000, which isn't that hard to come by. $1,000 worth of repairs is easy. So really off that one unit, you only made $2,000. You see what I mean? And so what I find in residential is that there's always some costly repairs at the end of that individual's lease. That's what I always find. And that is what tanks me on residential stuff. Businesses, you have business owners inside the business, right? And so they usually pride themselves a little bit more than somebody that's just borrowing this roof for a little while. Especially on the Section 8 shit. Jesus Christ. Roaches, pest control stuff, and all that. Jeez. Landscaping, pest control, air conditioner maintenance. That $3,600 isn't all that great. It really just doesn't cover enough. I don't. I work for a bunch of guys that have a good thing going. I don't have a good thing going. I wish this was my property. I've been with these guys for 13 years, so I know the game pretty well. But do I have access to a giant building loan? No. Do I have an anchor tenant or a lot of people in the Metroplex reaching out to me to do business with me? No. My bosses, they got a page in every magazine around here talking about, come work with us. Here's our portfolio. Let us show this to you. And they got a great portfolio, so of course they get random people calling them, trying to do business like this with them, like build this. Like build this. No, fuck no, it's not mine. Jesus Christ. This is way out of my league. Way out of my league. I build all this shit. I work for the people that own the stuff. I've never hid that though. I've always told you I work for a group of doctors. And that's what I do. I work for a group of doctors. I am not a builder. I am the man that stands there with the builder telling him he's doing it wrong. He's not building it right. That's who I am. Builders do not like me. They do not like me. So I am the owner's representative in the field. I represent their interest in all forms of fashion. So I'm not just here to look and see that you built our building. I'm here to make sure you did it right. I am the guy. I'm the bulldog. Yes, sir. I'm also everything else. I'm the lifesaver and the heartbreaker. I know everything about the installs on these machines, from the MRI machine to the hyperbaric chamber. Have you ever seen a hyperbaric chamber? I'm going to show you one right now. Well, part of it anyway. This is a hyperbaric chamber. This is a submarine above ground. You go in there and you sit inside an oxygen thing, and it goes on and on here. I'm going to take you down to this other side. That's the control center for it. And this is for oxygen therapy. When you are super wounded and you're not healing, they'll stick you in this tank right here and fill your body filled with oxygen. Oxygen promotes cellular regeneration. These are my giant 4-foot wreaths. Each of those bricks are 1 foot tall. I picked those. I keep the place clean. So I was standing here when this was all earth. All these fuckwads. Look at these fuckwads. Wads of fucks. Of course that's right. I built the thing. Wads of fucks. It's too hard to deal with the trash you went out and purchased. Wendy's. Oh God. Fucking Wendy's people. God, it's so cold out. I didn't dress warm enough for this shit. That's right. So we have deep wound care here. In addition to, we have a full imaging center. And we like to put businesses together that strive off of one another, a symbiotic circle of business. This maximizes your percentages for being successful. So, the first floor is all injured individuals. Second floor, we have medical billing with a company here. And of course, they are able to work because everybody needs a billing company, right? Then we have a vein center. Yes, smart is the way to go. You want to skip the intelligent choices for it, but don't point your finger. You get out there in life and you wanted to skip the books and stuff, don't ever point the finger. Ever point the finger. And always pay attention to the details. Why is my table moved around? Why isn't it straight? Why are the chairs moved? Why can't you just leave this stuff in place? I'm gonna glue that shit to the floor, bro. That's what's gonna happen. I'm gonna glue that shit to the floor. All of it. It's all getting glued to the floor, bro. So, second floor, I was saying we have a billing company. And then we have skin care, like laser treatments, Botox, that sort of thing. Now, on the third floor, we have a mental health stability type place. And then we have elective plastic surgery. What's up, Daniel Berry? Elective plastic surgery. So if you want like a new set of tits, you can get them right here. Now here's the thing. The mental health facility that's up there, to get a new set of tits sewn onto your body, you have to prove that you're not insane. And you do so by going to the mental health facility. You see what I mean? And so all of these businesses thrive off of one another to some degree. All right, that boy just came on. That boy is on too. He's been on for a little bit. That's good. And floor one is on. That's good. Let's see if we got any more alarms. No, just high airflow and that proving failure. It happened on the 5th. What day was the 5th? These fuckers, I swear to God, they were here, dude. Every time they touch the damn equipment, something goes wrong. It's worse than me. This is the building here. And this is what I do. Everything that had to do with this building is what I do. I'm talking about the wood on the windows, the doors, the security cameras, fucking everything. If it has to do with the building, I know what to do with it. Yes, sir. All right, all right. All right, big boy. All right. Oh, we still got water. Here is a for instance. About once a month, I have to pour water down these holes. Heat traps get filled with stagnant water. It starts to stink, or the water evaporates. And once it's evaporated, that's the only reason the scent doesn't come back from the road. So the sewage smell comes back. This is my office. That's right. This is my sweet office right here. Sweet office. I found $1 last year. It's been up here since then. This is my savings spot for things I don't know what to do with. Let's get out of here. Let's keep moving. Let's keep moving. Let's keep moving. I'm gonna get to Mansfield, but we really, oh, for God's sakes, I got the damn remote in my pocket again. That's me. I'm always taking off with the remotes, bro. Yeah, this is my day to day. Drive to every location, solve whatever problem, do so with a quickness, make sure those problems are solved before business starts, make sure the doctors don't need anything. Make sure that the doctors are all taken care of and that they can continue doctoring. That's the biggest thing too. That's the biggest thing. So I don't give a shit what they need. If they need me to go pick up their dog, I'll go pick up their dog. I do not give a shit because I need them to keep working, right? So as long as I can keep them working, then I'm in great shape. So whatever problem, I don't care. The kid stuck at school with a flat tire, I'll be right there, bro. 30 minutes, boom. I'll change that tire, send your kid on his way. I'll take the flat one with me, go put it back on at the house once I have it repaired. Yes, sir, I will do it all. I do not give a shit what it is. There are no boundaries to my job. And again, my absolute tallest order is to make sure that they can keep going. So whatever problems happen in the field, I typically have to resolve them or try to. I actually have a problem that I have to solve here in just a second. I gotta go stop at Waterside. Oh shit. need to stop over here too. Damn it. I got a package here for me. Feminine products signs that say do not flush feminine products. This is another one of our facilities right here. This was my first facility. The first facility build out that I was a part of. This is it. Yeah, you do. Yeah, you do. Cali's hit its economical wall. New York has as well. It's a matter of time before it flunks out. At least here you still have the boom going, and you have an opportunity to, make it pretty well. Whereas there, it just seems like all the opportunities are pretty much gone, flooded with people, inundated with people, inundated with things going on that are eliminating jobs. Where is my box at? What's up, dude? There's a damn light at it. Oh, okay. That's so weird. Is this my package? Is this my package? That is. Is this also my package? Is this also my package? I don't know who this was for. But this one should be mine. It is. Why don't women follow these rules? What are you talking about? Ooh, they are classy. Okay, I like it. What do you think? Allah. That's what I needed. Oh, hell no. Which wreath is that? Which wreath is that? Oh, I see it. That fucker right there jumped off the wall. That little fucker. Here's this tree. It's a 12-foot tree. All right, let's go see what happened with this thing. Why it jumped off the wall. And let's get it fixed. Back on the wall you go. Back on the wall you go. Hello, little one. Hello. Ah, look, I know why. I know why. It's okay, I know why. It's okay, I know why. Come on, we gotta go upstairs and try to fix that thing. Let's go. This is our big, beautiful lobby. All right, Desert Living, have a good time. Nice chatting. This elevator is suspect. Oh God, it's all scary in here. 700 keys. Go. It's one of those 2 gold ones. That's the one. Let's roll. Occupational health and hand therapy up top here. OFW Logger, what's happening here? How are you? I hope you're doing good. All right. This is the box I'm after, I think. Kind of looks like it. This kind of looks like it too. So we'll just check this one real quick. It's on the floor. Aha. There it is. I was right. Oh God, there's no long ones. Oh God. Short, 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 short. Is that a long one in there? No, it's not. That's okay. Maybe I had to make like 3 of them on there. We'll take this 4-pack with us. Let's go. Oh, Mary Vick, you have another account. Pharmacy, you have a pharmacy there. What's up, Joan? How's it going? Nice to see you. Why is it making so much noise? Jesus. Yeah, how many accounts do you have? That's your second one. What do you got, like 25 accounts? Hello, Joan. Bow, chickie, bow, bow, chickie, bow, bow, chickie, bow, bow. Told y'all my hips don't move. I'm gonna fix this real quick. Let's go. Mm-hmm. I'm trying to fix this wreath that I put up. And I didn't have the right size tape on there and it came off the wall. And so I'm trying to get enough tape on it that it holds. And so this is like double-sided tape. And what I'm going to do is go slap this on the wall and see if it'll hold for me. So, take it and the wreath that jumped, the jumper, go try to fix that. Raina, hello. Thank you for coming. Nice to see you. That spot right there, it just jumped off. It probably KO'd some old lady sitting here or some shit. Try not to get glitter all over fucking everything. I can't stand glitter. I literally can't stand glitter. All right, so here we go again. So if that comes off, I'm going to be asking people what they did. There's a nice tree. Mitchley, you're still here. It's very nice. All right, you fuckwad, stay up there. Stay up there. Let's go. I even built this sign right there. Hold on. Like personally, I built it at the sign shop myself with my hands. Okay. That dog's gonna hunt. Another thing solved this morning. We are just solving things. Solving. I'm about to put like 85 little sticky notes on that computer all over it. When there's a birthday, come through and we harass these employees a little. A little. Let's roll. Blowing my Mansfield time frames, which is about to like cause me to not go there today. All right, back on the road. Back on the road again. So I gotta issue somebody a security key, security badge, because they lost their badge. Theirs is lost. Shouldn't take but a few minutes, but I'll have to pause the live stream for that. Oh, and I do feel the hunger. The hunger is coming. The hunger is coming. These dudes and their cones are irritating the shit out of me too. Jesus. Those dudes and their cones are irritating the shit out of me. I'm gonna have to move one of them. Hannah's still going. Water on the ground Tuesday morning. We're supposed to have water on the ground, so this is good. It seems like more water than we're supposed to have, but that's okay. Ah, look at those fuckers. They done left me a piece of trash right there. Hell no. Hell no. Yeah, I can feel the hunger. And we gotta check this dumpster real quick too, make sure nobody's in it. It's like their favorite damn place is in our dumpster. Alright, if y'all see somebody come running out of there, call the cops for them. All right, we're clear. Nobody did anything to the dumpster enclosure. Dump truck guys, they dumped everything. What exactly do they have going on here? Hold on, man. Let's go see what they've done here. Jeez. Let's go see what they did. Big ass hole right next to that telephone pole. They got this dude stuck off in our grass and in our bushes. Jesus Christ. They got a gaping ass hole here. Gaping ass hole. Holy shit. Oh man. Super screwed. Super screwed. I can already tell they're gonna put something up. Something's gonna get destroyed. again. We're moving again. We're almost 3 hours in on this stream. 19 minutes for 3 hours. Matets, hello. Hello, Matets. ¿Cómo está acá? Hope you're doing all right. Yesterday I came to your stream and you were asleep. And then I came back and you were awake. Tired from gym. Oh, that's good for you. That's good for you. You're supposed to leave the gym tired. Mitchley studying all day, man. That's tough, man. But I tell you what, it's all worth it. It's all worth it. All worth it. That's what I should have done. If I could go back, I would go be a doctor, bro. I'd go be a surgeon. Probably an orthopedic surgeon with some sort of specialty in knees and hands. Shoulders, knees, hands, elbows, feet. I would try to specialize in that area. And yeah, if I could go back, that's what I would do. Dental's not a bad way to go, but it's getting a little thick. Like there's a lot of dentists now. So anytime there's a lot of something, remember the value of it goes down. Dentists are kind of becoming easy to come by. So remember one of the crazy things, Mitchley, and I see this in America a lot. A higher education is usually something to set you apart from others rather than to bring you to their level. You see what I mean? And so you don't want to necessarily get the education that everybody else has, because that'll just end you up just like what I'm talking about. Too many dentists. So now in America, we have too many people with a BA, business administration degree. We have too many people with a BM, business marketing degree. See, these little degrees, everybody went out and bought one because now they can get a degree, right? Now they don't understand it. Everybody has one and it's not valuable. It took the amount of money that you earned down. So you see what I mean? It's just like bananas. If you have 1 billion bananas, they won't be worth very much. But if you have 5 bananas, they will be so expensive. You see what I mean? And so Buying a higher education should set you apart from others rather than include you in others, right? You see, so if you just barely make it to their level, then what you'll find is that the money is no good and all the effort that you put in is kind of null and void because of it. You see what I mean? And so if everybody wants to go be a nurse, that means that you kind of got to back off that, or rewind into some sort of specialty category. Specialty nursing, such as a nurse practitioner, maybe a NIC unit nurse that handles the premature babies. But you have to specialize so that other people don't have the same thing you have, and then that sets you apart automatically. No, thank you. How about 2 of your bacon, egg, and cheese bagels, and that'll do it?
Are you pull this the very last one? To the first one, please. Thank you.
Thank you. A BA, Business Administration. BM is usually business marketing. And you can get a bachelor's or associate's in either of those. One's a 2-year degree, one's a 4-year.
About 11:24.
Yep, there's both of those, a BM and a BA. And remember, you can get a doctorate in anything. Thanks, fella.
Thank you.
So for argument's sake, you could be a doctor in bubble gum. And remember, there's 2 different types of degrees there. One is a theoretical degree, and one is a practice degree. So I think a PhD puts you in a theoretical state, but not an application state, whereas a doctorate puts you in as an actual doctor. So you've done the work also. So just things to think about, because I see what the Americans did. Every kid in town got told, oh, if you get a college degree, you'll make something out of yourself. So without any fucking thought at all, every one of these kids went out and got the same damn cheap ass degree. Very cheap, very affordable. And then they started looking at each other and said, well, shit, I don't make any money with this degree. And I said, well, was it the easy one? Well, of course. Well, what'd you think? You were the standout of all the humans? So sure, you can get a business marketing degree and say, I have a degree. You can say those words out loud, right? And then they even have some weight, like maybe you have a degree. But, again, that degree could not be worth any value. It could have no value to our application, especially application. Morning.
You had Uber Eats?
No, sir.
What's the order, sir?
That dude took off, by the way. The truck for the car in front of me left.
What's your order, sir?
2 bagels, 2 bacon, egg, and cheese bagels. Just a, word of advice from something I see a lot of failure in. And then what typically happens is you end up back in school for another 5 years to try to change that. Yeah, Mitchley, it's okay though. It's okay. I usually tell people, don't worry about that. Worry about what you want to do. Worry about the lifestyle that you want to have in 20 years and in 40 years. Think about those things, because You know, it's easy to say, oh, well, that's expensive, I can't afford it. But really, you won't be able to afford it until you're doing it, right? And so, to me, like the not able to afford it,
There you go.
thanks, fella. Take care, buddy. To me, the not able to afford it part isn't as big as what happens if you don't do it. All right, so let's talk about not able to afford it. You know, so class might run you 10 grand a year if you want to be a doctor out there, you know, maybe even more. And so that's okay, right? But, and here's the big but, what if you didn't become a doctor and you became a nurse, right? And let me just argue that nursing doesn't pay what doctors pay, right? So let's argue, and we're just going to use a few small numbers, that a nurse makes $70,000 a year, but a doctor makes $140,000 a year, right? So that means that you will have lost $70,000 a year for basically the rest of your life. So we'll call it 50 years at $70,000 a year. That's $3.5 million lost or overlooked. And what it really would have been was the extra additional difference between becoming a nurse and a doctor, which is a substantial difference. I get it. But it's not the difference that you would earn. You see what I mean? And so if you earned the $3.5 million over the $750,000, you're going to be much happier. Excuse me, you know, less than that. But, you know, the turnout is right now you're young and you have the energy to do these things, to continue studying and that sort of thing. But when you're like 40, when you're my age, if you want to try to go back to school then, shit, it's game over, you know? It's not really interesting. It's very hard. And so I submit, go further now, eat the costs now, eat the loans now, borrow, beg, steal, dance on the corner if you have to, but get the money. The difference between becoming a nurse and a doctor, and I think a lot of your classes are going to kind of merge over as well, especially your first couple years. All those classes are going to merge over, and sometimes people become a doctor, a nurse first while they're becoming a doctor. It's much more challenging and takes a lot longer, but you know, I don't think that you would have too many troubles raising the money for that. I don't think so. I think you could pull, say, $500 a month, United States dollars, from YouTube alone, and that's like 55 grand a month that could go towards tuition, you know. Of course, that's been the reason that I don't go to school, is because I'm good at creating money. And so, you know, I'm not saying I don't trade my time for it or any of those things. I'm just saying that I've never had any challenge creating money, and enough of it that it counted, you know, that it mattered. And sometimes we live places that just don't pay. There's not really a lot of jobs that pay very well. Engineering, IT stuff there definitely pays. Medical pays. But if you're not going into some sort of internet AI type career, then it just seems like most of these other careers they're not really careers. They're something to do. Like, let's argue, like a pharmacist. That's not really a career. once you mixed all the components, you're done. You know, you're basically an AI bot, basically with human needs. That's something else that people can't stand about me. I quantify some of what they do, some of their jobs, as lower and unnecessary. So like AI can put together bills, you know? Like I actually don't need a human over there making mistake with drugs and stuff, right? And humans, let's just keep it real for just a moment. Humans be screwing up quite a bit. You know, they need vacation times, they need this, that, and the other. They need all sorts of stuff all the time. So I would push you. I would really, really encourage you and push you to go further, to be real honest with you. That's a good way to say, just go further. Just go and go and go. I think your family and your friends will make sure to see you through on whatever funding that you have or need, you know. I don't think you'll have any trouble there. I think we get scared that we won't be able to get something done, and so we look the other way. We don't consider it as a viable option because we might not be able to afford it or something like that. You know, I usually tell people just keep that shit out of your mind, because once you convince yourself you can only afford this much, you pretty much limit yourself. You'll limit your outcomes. And you don't want to do that. Shoot for the stars and end up at the moon, which is way off of planet Earth in the first place. Shoot for the stars, end up at the moon. Off me. If it didn't happen like that here in the States, then I may not have the same stuff to report to you, but it happened just like that. Happened just like that. And so, yeah, I figure there's every reason to keep pushing, yeah? So, an example would be how many nurses are here in the United States, right? So there may not be a lot of nurses where you are, but where you are may not be your final destination. So what if you ended up moving to the States and then you find, well, shit, this isn't enough. You see what I mean? That's right, it's eating time, and I am going to end this stream. We got 30 seconds to 3 hours. Maybe I have like a copyright violation. I don't know. We'll find out, though. We'll find out. Mitch Lee, everybody, y'all have a good day. I will harass you in your stream soon enough. All right, then. Take care, guys. Bye-bye.